Hi everyone, I'm Matt. I'm a senior here at Ryder, and I want to share my findings on how COVID-19 changed the way businesses run today. Why were some businesses forced to close down while some excelled? Was it due to their ability to adapt? It was interesting to find out how businesses were affected and what changes they made to stay relevant. There were five different sources I used to help me better understand how companies changed. Luisa Beltran's article, How COVID-19 Purposely Changed the Way Businesses Operate, explained companies will have more virtual and asset light to be efficient. The second article by Jasol Shah, article, How COVID-19 Has Changed Business Dynamics, requiring a change in approach, talked about how different businesses were impacted by COVID-19, such as industrial impacts, which hit businesses in customer services like Uber, fitness centers, and tourism. The third article was called Will COVID-19 Change the Way We Work Forever? And it explains that some businesses said it was better than expected. Businesses can meet with their clients virtually and while socially distancing. The fourth article was by Nurhuda Syed, and it was called Revealed Top Companies Hiring During COVID-19, and it explained the market is overwhelmed with potential candidates. This is due to the COVID-19. Some of the companies have this going on, but others don't have this ongoing freeze. And the final article I read about was by Heidi Zach, and it was called COVID-19 Has Changed the Way We Run Our Businesses for the Better in These Three Ways. And it explained how companies have to rethink the way they work. Companies need to stay engaged with their workers when working remotely. Companies that had the best chances of surviving needed to find alternate ways to keep businesses running. When people were mandated to stay at home, companies set up resources for their employees to work from home. The article by Shaw stated that businesses had different impacts that they needed to examine to strive in the pandemic. Not only big businesses were hit, but also those who were self-employed, such as Uber, and companies such as gyms were affected as well. After evaluating the next steps to deliver the services safely to the public, actions could be taken. Employees were able to work through video calls. Sonnen gave good information and said businesses felt this was better than expected. And productivity was high. Employees enjoyed working from home, and the teamwork didn't even suffer from it. In my interview with Mrs. D. Chandler of Hurricane Marketing on March 1st, she told me that COVID was the problem in the beginning because her company's main lead was from face-to-face sales. But with this pandemic, everything has become virtual, which led to challenges for connecting with the public and future leads. Another example is explained in Zach's article. There's a trend in which team members to get together for a virtual coffee to catch up and check in on employees' well-being and create a space where people feel heard. Beltran's article said that in a very short time, companies have adjusted to a larger digitalization by at least 5 years. A lot of the companies will be giving up their office spaces because working remotely is cheaper. Lastly, the question that we've been thinking of is how the job market will be for us. Saeed's article studied that companies are looking to hire new employees as the country opens up. Companies will start to look for new hires. In July 2020, employment was available in companies for such as Apple, Citigroup, Johnson & Johnson, to name a few, and Mrs. Chandler of Hurricane Marketing advised me to be current in my social media while creating more contacts and reaching out to more people for advice. In conclusion, there was an important topic to find more about. After graduation, we will be looking to get jobs. We need to prepare ourselves for the world we live in today. My three takeaways from this are that 1, the pandemic has caused companies to rethink strategies of conducting their business. 2, businesses are becoming more online savvy and will conduct most of the future business remotely. And 3, there will be challenges when searching for a job. Companies will look at the person's online presence to see what information helps the candidate stand out from the rest.